Well, the video for February the 27th, 2017 is entitled Lies and Corruption Being Exposed. It is a fairly well-known saying that the truth shall set you free. Well, positive truth alone will not do that, in my opinion, unless we first know the lies that have imprisoned the human race for millennia. Thankfully, we are finally seeing the revelation of rampant pedophilia and massive lies to cover up the widespread corruption of our religious and political leaders. What we call the cabal is a criminal operation, demonic in nature. As JFK rightly said, quote, "The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it," end quote. That scared those who thrive on lies, which is why the political establishment killed him. Indeed, we live at a time when the lies are coming out. Pizzagate, or whatever term you want to use to describe the revelation of pedophilia in Washington, D.C., and of course it exists all over the world, is becoming widely known among those who have an open mind and explore trying to learn the truth about things. Unfortunately, many people are rising up and calling the people that are telling the truth supporters of fake news, when in fact, the mainstream media is the one that promotes and propagates fake news. And they've been doing this for a very, very long time, not just in our generation, but throughout our history, going back, as I said, a very long time. The Catholic Church and religion was taken over by the Jesuits, which, folks, they are not honorable people. Neither are the fake Jews honorable people. They use the lie to manipulate and control. They are, as I said, demonic in nature. They do not have a plan to uplift humanity. It is all about our enslavement, not about our liberation. And only knowing the truth, and I mean the truth of how we got where we are, will set us free. We have to know why things are the way they are before we can ever fix them. You can't fix a problem that you deny. You can't repair an issue, for example, with your automobile, unless you identify what's creating the problem. You have to first look at the negative, not the positive. And this is what's wrong with the so-called New Thought, New Age movement, where they try to put their head in the sand and deny the reality of the world that we live in and say it's all good, it's all good. No, it's not all good. In fact, it's mostly bad. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not good there. There is good if you look for it, but you don't liberate yourself from the evil by denying the evil. This is the point that I've been trying to make for a long, long, long time. It's why I've lost many of my friends in my spiritual community locally. It's why I have trouble uniting with people on the local front, because so few people want to look at what the problem is. Rather, they only want to look at, quote, a solution. But any solution that denies the problem is no solution at all. A doctor cannot help fix an ailment until the ailment is identified and then a proper administration of remedy applied. And of course, modern pharmaceutical industry does not provide a remedy. It masks the problem. It masks the symptoms so that the issue is never actually dealt with. And I saw this with my father, as I've said in other videos, where they kept increasing the amount of pills he had to take every day. Pills to stop the symptoms. They would mask some symptoms and create new symptoms. And so then they'd put a pill for the new symptom. This is a cycle that goes around and around and around and gets us nowhere. We will not be free until we acknowledge that our world is being run by those who lie, by those who deceive, by those who murder, by those who do every imaginable evil against humanity and against life itself. And they will ultimately, given their own way, destroy the planet. This is a game plan of theirs. They don't care about destroying the planet, because then evil wins. And evil, again, is living backwards. Just look at the word, E-V-I-L-L-I-V-E. Again, evil is living backwards. And if we don't acknowledge the fact that we've got it all wrong, we're never going to be able to get it right again. So in that respect, I applaud Trump, who has come out just recently, I guess yesterday, and stated that getting to the root of the pedophilia problem is one of the biggest issues he's going to face, and he's going to tackle it, which, of course, the people that have been pedophiles, which some say at least 1/3 of the U.S. Congress, that includes the Senate and the House of Representatives, have been involved and compromised through pedophilia. And this is rampant in our industry, it's rampant in our political things, and it's unfortunately even rampant in our churches, which even some of the fundamentalists and evangelical churches that I used to think were at the front of the thing have swallowed hook, line, and sinker this notion that Israel is somehow a godly nation, when it's one of the most ungodly nations on the planet. And the fake Jews, those that say they are Jews but are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan, as Jesus rightly said, these are the ones that created the nation of Israel. These are the ones that dominate the U.S. political system and the economic system of the entire world. These are the ones that work out of places like the Vatican and infiltrate other religions, not just Catholic, but Protestant and even so-called independent religions, all infiltrated to get us to drain our power and not be able to stand, having done all to stand and become free. But you do that by knowing the truth about how we got where we are. That's an evolutionary process, apparently, that has to take place, at least based on the situation that we as humans or as humanity has found ourselves for all of these millennia. We've got to break the cycle of lies. We've got to expose the corruption. We've got to expose it not just out there, but inside of ourselves. Where are we missing the mark? Where are we falling short? We need to acknowledge these things and come to grips with our own inadequacies and ask for mercy. And when we just reach that place of true repentance, then we can be empowered with truth that does liberate us, that does set us free. And that's the objective of everything that I'm trying to do, and everything that those that want liberty and want freedom and want a world that actually works, that's what the motive is for all of us. Thank you for listening, and namaste.